So you believing, your belief system is how you communicate to the collective consciousness. So you would probably make things like a good tarot reader or a good channeler or whatever. Your belief system, your spirituality. Belief system is all about spirituality. Your rituals, your spiritual being as an individual. What you subscribe to. You displaying that publicly would make you communicate to the collective consciousness easily. Shayla. Saturn is in Aquarius. I think I've already talked about it. Somebody else who has Saturn in Aquarius. 1 minute and then we start our killers. Mercury is in Libra, your nyash. Your nyash communicates. So how you manifest, Libra energy is all about your ability to distribute, your ability to be confident, your ability to balance yourself. So you just being confident and being able to balance yourself and being able to just live a balanced life. That is how you communicate to the collective consciousness. Then did you say what's your... That one has passed, I think. Mercury is in Aries. You being authentic is how you communicate to the collective consciousness. Your authenticity, just being authentic. Your people will listen to you when you're authentic. And then your Saturn is in Leo. You loving yourself is where your money is. You become poor when you hate yourself. The more you hate what you are and who you are, the more poverty you move towards. And the more you love yourself, the more you move towards wealth. Mercury is in Cancer. You communicate by your intuition. You're an intuitive. So you being intuitive, you feeling. You looking at things. Your feeling is being able to look at things from the inside. So just you revealing what you see from the inside, from your inside, is how you communicate to the collective consciousness. The Saturn is in Aries. Your authenticity is where your wealth is. The more inauthentic you become, the more poor you become. The more authentic you are, the more wealthy you are. Mercury is in Aquarius. You communicate what you know. The more you communicate out of ignorance, you communicate things that you don't know. You know. And the more you don't know yourself, the more you are out of touch. You can't communicate. But the more you know yourself and the more you communicate things that you know, then the more you're drawn to your soul type, the more you communicate to the collective consciousness. Mercury is in Virgo. The way you analyze, that's how you communicate to the collective consciousness. Mercury in Scorpio, your divine feminine energy, just you being who you are born to be, that communicates to the collective consciousness. Please, Mercury and Scorpio, listen. You just being. If you are a man, you just being that male that you want to be. If you are a woman, and feminine energy already communicates to the collective consciousness. That's what Mercury in Scorpio is. Mercury in Taurus, you supporting yourself. Things like you going to the gym and posting would really communicate to the collective consciousness. You just supporting, doing things that support you. You communicating also, just using your voice would also connect, help you communicate to the collective consciousness and bring you fame. Mercury in Capricorn, you just utilizing yourself. You being useful. Helps communicate to the collective consciousness. You being useful to yourself specifically. So when you do things that are useful, that you are when you do things that show how useful to yourself you are, and you film that, you can become famous out of that. Saturn in Taurus, you supporting yourself is how you rest. The more you don't support yourself, the more poor you become. The more you support yourself, the more rich you become. Yes. Saturn in Taurus, yeah, that's what it is. So guys, just know that we are all different puddings in the collective consciousness, and how we relate to different planets is different. Saturn in Cancer, the way you rest when you're intuitive. The more intuitive you are, the more wealthy you become. The more you intuitive you are, I'll just put it like that. The more intuitive you are, meaning the more you address things from how you see them inside yourself, the more wealthy you become. The less intuitive you are, meaning the less you address outside life from the way you see it within, the more poor you become. But the more you address life from the way you see it from within, the more rich you become. So the more intuitive you are, the more rich. That's Saturn in Cancer. So yeah, so that's what it is today, guys. That was just impromptu. So I'm going to start the reading. And before I start the reading, I want to apologize for me not being in class this Wednesday. It was, we were reciting the rosary, which I'm wearing here on my hand. And I wasn't there, but I hope that you guys recited, because I recited with you. The way I was to recite it in person, I couldn't have recited it that way online. So I just decided, instead of, going through the trouble of getting banned or something like that, I just decided to recite it outside so that you guys can recite it also with me, but anonymously. So when it comes to recital, the recitals is usually very powerful. People who do it, I know you know the experience. I don't need to explain. And I would love other people to join. Okay. The class started a little bit earlier today, but it has not started yet. We were just vibing. By just reciting from where you are, I announced. One thing, guys, I communicate so much on my stories. Take seriously. Take my communication with you and my stories seriously. And by now you should know how I communicate. If you are so, people who know how I communicate know how I communicate, and you always contradict me, So I told you last Wednesday that I couldn't recite with you guys the rosary, but I told you to recite in person. I joined you in the astral realm. And I really loved that particular recital that we did, singularly from wherever we were. Yeah. So can I proceed? Or is there any other question that anybody has? Any complaints, any questions, any concerns before we proceed to the next 10 again? Hi, Nicole. Can you do the recital at any time you're called to? Yes, please. Please, yes. The one that I'm doing is just to honor the 12 houses, the 12 times a month. Flavi, I'm so happy to see you. Welcome. The ones that we do is just to honor the 12 months, which is the reason why I teach. Guys, you've noticed the 12 months is the reason I teach. And by the way, today is June. Right? Today is the 1st June. So we are in the month of the respiratory system. And one thing, there's some students that I noticed did not know that the way the months go is the way I go with the zodiac. So for example, today, according to the Gregorian calendar, because I don't want us to move, matter we're using the Gregorian calendar, matter we're using the, whichever calendar. I just want, when it is the Gregorian calendar, then psychologically we know it's June, then we know it's Cancer. Then we know it's the respiratory system. And then when we get into July, then we know it's that. We have to get into this ladder, know how it runs, and then get out of it. So people who get it, get it. But if you feel called to just bulldoze into the other calendars with this, go ahead and do it. But personally, just to explain to you, today started the respiratory system. And that is June. And that is Cancer, according to how I teach. And I want us to embody the Gregorian calendar and then swallow it and then move away from it. If somebody's getting what I'm saying. I've been reading. Oh, that's impressive. That's impressive. Oh, what exercise for June? It's that. Do you know it? Do you know the chest shaking? If you can do it, that is the one. It's almost like you're shaking your. And then you put it. I'll do it on OnlyFans when I come back with the music in the background. But just know that is the one. That is the dance for June. That is the one for June. It covers June and July. So it covers the heart and the lungs all together. It is from Nilotes. Somebody's saying, is it from Ethiopia? It's from Nilotes. It's from Kalenjin. It's from how do you call this tribe? Samburu or something? Yeah, it's from Nilotes. Maasai also do it. It's mainly Nilotes, and you know Ethiopia is also mainly Nilotes. So yeah, it's Nilotic. And one thing I'll tell you about dance, we will discover these things as we go. But most African dancers were honoring different organs. So when you look at African dances, they are literally meant to honor different parts of their houses. And this, it goes back to even the people they represent. It goes back to the people they represent. And there are certain African tribes that are named after particular houses. There are certain African tribes that are named after particular, planets. But these are things that we will address slowly as we go, because there are certain people who don't even know. There are certain people who don't even know that they are named after this particular planet. For example, can I give you guys an example, or I just leave it? Can I get my book and give you examples of tribes in Africa that, let me get my book and then give you maybe 2 examples of tribes in Africa that are named after these things. 1 minute. Let me just tell you, because now we know about the planets. So when you look at the planets, even their names in Swahili. For example, we have Mercury that is called Zebaki, and then we have Venus called Ngandu or Zuhura, then Dunia, that is Earth, and then we have Mirihi, Mars, and then we have Mshtari, which is Jupiter, then we have Zohali, Saturn, and then we have Kausi, which is Uranus, then we have Saratani, which is Neptune, then we have Utaridi, which is Pluto, and then we have Mwezi, which is the moon. So tribes, we have a tribe that is called Ngandu in Zambia. I don't know whether there's a Zambian in the comment section, but there's a tribe in Zambia that is called Ngandu, which is the tribe of Venus, the planet. And then in East Tanzania and Kenya, we have a tribe called Maasai, which was directly correlated to Mshtari, which is Jupiter. So the Maasai tribe, mainly that is the main reason why, Maasais they maintained their attire throughout. They are one of the African tribes that maintained their attire throughout. And in ancient time, they were referred to as Mshtari, which are the Jupiter people. And then we have a tribe in Zambia that is called the Ngandu, which are the Venus people. And there are different parts of Africa are named after different things. And these are some of the things that when you get into Swahili history, now there's a history that was recorded in Swahili. Swahili used to be written in Arabic. So the history that was recorded in Swahili recorded the history of literally the entire Africa and their expansion and how each and every tribe was and whatever each and every tribe represents. And these are some of the things that we will get into as we go, but just know that in Africa we even have tribes that were named after planets, meaning those planets, the way they were above is the way they were below. So there were Africans who are literally representative of different planets, different parts of the body, different animal totems, different whatever. It's a long, long, long list of our history that we will get into as we go, as we maneuver. Hello teacher, if I want to manifest a car, which planet is it? A car is not a planet. If you want to manifest anything for yourself, you have to create a necessity for it within your life. If you want a car, how is it necessary for you? Why do you want it? Do you want it because people who have cars are treated a certain way? Like, what is the necessity for it? And then just calculation, because mathematics is also inside manifestation. And these are some of the things that certain people don't want to address. You have to calculate when it comes to manifestation. What are you willing to give? Because some of these things, like for example, something like a car, it has a lot of carbon emission on the environment. So the moment that you're a spiritual person and you're manifesting something like a car, especially if it is not an electric car or whatever, something that will be detrimental to the environment, most of the time you have to know that the ancestors will hold you accountable when it comes to such kind of things. And this is the reason why you find a lot of spiritual people don't want a lot of things. Because the moment you reach a certain levels of vibration, you realize that the more you stay away from certain things, the more peaceful your life is going to be. But then we live in a world where maximalism, like people respect you when you have a lot. So if you are somebody who you're still attuned to that particular mentality and that particular line of thought, then just know that everything you get out of the universe, you are held accountable for it. Any emission you make, you're held accountable for it. So as a spiritual individual, when you're manifesting these things, probably you need a car for real, for real, for real. Then face your ancestors with a need behind it. And then start actively moving toward that car. If today I wanted to buy a car, a year wouldn't elapse without me getting a car. So just, tell the ancestors the reason why you want it, and then start actively moving towards it, and then you'll get it. Yeah, capitalism is congratulated. So as somebody who you live a spiritual life, you have to be willing to be perceived in whichever way. Because nowadays, there are people who say, oh, why, you're spiritual, but why are you not like Kim Kardashian? You're spiritual, but a lot of people are spiritual zombies. They don't comprehend that the more spiritual you become, the more you move away from what everybody else is moving towards. And the more you get disinterested in a lot of things that everybody is interested in. And that is beautiful because we are all not supposed to be interested in the same things. We are not all supposed to be moving towards the same direction. So as a spiritual individual, you must know that people, even you are surrounding, the ego of other people will watakudharau. That's one thing I'll tell you. When you're a spiritual individual, utadharauliwa because, people are like, oh, why can't you manifest a private jet? Why can't you do what? People will be like that because they don't comprehend that the moment you're spiritual, then you have your own things that you are interested in that are beyond the metals that are constructed, that are beyond the things that people look at and beyond even food. Some spiritual people struggle to even eat. They have all the money, but food is no longer even, like they eat because not to die. So spirituality is it keeps you away from so many things. And if you find yourself in a place where you're still manifesting, think like a car when Palestine is going through what Palestine is going through, then you must be really lucky. And I'm not saying this to judge, but I'm just like, the way the world is, and you have a manifestation candle. Guys, what are people manifesting? We've seen that all these houses can be bombed in a day and all of it can disappear. We've seen that all these cars, it can flood and all of it can just become useless. All of it just become useless. So now, what are people really manifesting? And you are allowed to manifest whatever you want, but me, as an individual and as a spiritual teacher that I'm teaching, please kindly use your manifestation cards. Look at the collective consciousness, look at the world, and then use your manifestation cards to manifest things that are useful to the collective consciousness, especially as a woman. Okay? Especially as a woman. Okay? Wanjiku, that comment is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. How do you ask for your ancestors when you want something? When you want things from your ancestors, especially as a woman, you have a womb inside of you. You have an entire person. I've shown the picture of a womb. I've shown the image of a womb. You have an entire person inside of you, walking with you in this shape. Everywhere you go, you have an entire individual seated inside of you, walking like this with you. So when you want things from your ancestors, first of all, what are you giving to your ancestors? And usually, I usually talk about the three things. I know I'm getting away from our what we are supposed to be doing today, but just allow. There are three things that you must give the ancestors when you want the ancestors to even listen to you in your manifestation. And number one is what? Sacrificing a cow. What does sacrificing a cow means? Making sure you're not poor. Making sure you're not poor. Making sure you're not poor. That is one, sacrificing a cow. Number two, sacrificing a goat. Making sure you're not useless to yourself. Making sure you're not useless to yourself. And then number three, sacrificing a chicken. Making sure that you're spiritually hygienic. What is spiritually hygiene? Do no evil and accept no evil. Okay? Doing no evil and then accepting no evil. Manifest for health and peace of mind. Mostly. Siri, how do I prepare my nervous system for quantum jumping? How do I prepare my nervous system for quantum jumping is in Mercury. Now, what is the planet of quantum jumping? Uranus. Uranus is the planet of quantum jumping. And Uranus is an expanded version of Mercury. Mercury is safe in what? Gemini and Virgo. So your ability to think for yourself and your ability to analyze yourself and your surrounding and your ability to think for yourself, that is how you do that long enough, you become expanded into the ability to quantum jump. So Mercury is the planet of making decisions. You make decisions long enough, you eventually quantum jump. Quantum jumping is moving from one reality to another. Every time you make a decision, you're moving from one reality to another. Every time you decide, you're moving from one reality to another. Are we together, my people? Yes, Serena, you're welcome. Nala, are you with me? Guys, keep asking the questions even before I get into our reading. Please keep asking the questions. I feel like continuing to answer. Sweetie, will we get a video on what to expect? Yes. That is actually what is going to be our next class, please. Every month we do the same thing. We are repeating everything we do every month.
Stop moving. Stop moving.
What we do every month, we repeat. Silver plane, eh? I think life is getting easier for those who have these planets. Yes, of course. Life does get easier for those who harvest the planets, for sure. What does revenge mean? First of all, one thing that you'll get in the pyramid text is vengeance belongs to the Lord. Who is the Lord? The collective consciousness. So revenge is just doing to somebody else what was done unto you. Like if somebody hurt you, you hurt them back. That is what revenge is. And it is highly discouraged because usually when somebody does you terrible, they've planted karma. So obviously when they plant karma, naturally the universe will hit back at them. So it's not your job to hit back at them, but it is your job to accept no evil. There and then, whenever evil is being tried to be done at you, you repulse it there and then. How do you stay in a certain frequency during pregnancy?
Stay away.
How do you stay in a certain frequency during pregnancy? By just making sure, for example, what is pregnancy? Being convinced. A sperm convincing the ovum. So when a sperm convinces the ovum, you get pregnant. How do you maintain that pregnancy? Stay convinced. Stay convinced the way the sperm convinced. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Stay convinced. That's how you stay in that. The moment you become, if a man, for example, comes and tells you that, oh, I'm so rich, and you open your legs for them, they get you pregnant, then you realize that they are telling you now that, oh, by the way, the riches belong to my father. The riches belong to my father. The riches belong to my parents. So then now you are not convinced anymore. So if the moment you are not convinced anymore, you'll miscarry. You'll have a miscarriage.
Stop.
Am I making sense? To you, Atieno Ochen? More questions before I continue? Before I start? When I start this, I'm going to start it from the beginning to the end, and then I'll be...
No, you get finished trouble.
How do I rewire my brain
I didn't do anything.
for positive
What did I do?
health,
No.
neuropath formation? How do I rewire my brain for positive, healthy neuropath formation? By making sure you stay authentic every 24 hours a day. Stay authentic every 24 hours a day. Staying authentic is saying to your truth. Authenticity is your truth, your individual truth. Staying true to your individual truth 24 hours a day. That will rewire your brain. Thank you. I've noticed the more truthful and authentic I am, the more it triggers people.
Stop.
How do I protect myself? Adjust proximity. Adjust proximity. The moment you start the journey of authenticity, you cannot allow for dependency. You cannot allow for you to stay in environments of people that you know don't match that particular authenticity. And that's why authenticity goes hand in hand with self-support. Self-support goes hand in hand with wealth. Wealth goes hand in hand with the ability to be independent. The ability to be independent is what will help your authenticity, because it will help you to adjust proximity from anything
If your hands
that
don't
doesn't
stop,
align
I
with your
will
things.
punch your head.
Even if it is your mother, adjust proximity from anything that does not align with your authenticity. Thank you very much. How do you detach from being hurt? What others say. How do you detach from being hurt by what others say or spiritually think? By now thinking, standing on your own. What do you think about yourself? You know you only get hurt by what others say when you are constantly disappoint yourself. When the relationship between you and yourself is already hatred, is already enmity. So then when other people project on you, then it is easy because there's nobody to protect you. But when the relationship you have between you and yourself is respectful, you never disappoint yourself. All the things you promise yourself, you achieve them. Then nobody or nothing. Your own self-respect will be it will be like a guard, guarding anything that is not supposed to be inside you, to not even, you will not have a receptor for any negative talks when you know that the relationship between you and yourself is respectful, and it is the one of love and care, and it is your own self wants you to succeed. But if you still at a point where you are your worst critique, you are your worst bully, then you have receptors for bullies outside, you have receptors for critiques outside. So how do you kill that? By making sure that you have the relationship between you and yourself is the one of respect. It's the one where you look at yourself in the eye and yourself tells you you've done everything you've promised me, you've delivered. In fact, your inner child is the worst bully. So you're just making sure that your inner child stays respectful of you because you've delivered everything you promised to them. Then you'll have no receptor for any bullshit that anybody says. Are we together? Thank you, I've been distant. Yeah, just distance yourself from things and people that are not aligned with your authenticity. Thank you very much.
Because stay quiet.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so let me start. From last time we did from Psalms 1 to 10. Today we are doing Psalms 11 all the way to 20. So I'm going to start. That's enough brainstorming with you guys. That's 30 minutes of that. So let me just start. So you're going to read behind me. I hope you can see the board. In the Creator I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows and set their arrows against the strings to shoot for the shadows at the upright in the heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the spiritually hygienic do? So now listen. I know last time we did readings with other people. Today I just want to be the one to do the readings from the beginning to the end, just to feel the gist of it and to see which one is better and which one is, more convenient. So allow me to be the one to read today. In the Creator I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in the heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the spiritually hygienic do? The body is in her sacred temple. The body is on her heavenly throne. She observes everyone on earth. Her eyes examine them. So guys, listen. Number 4. This thing says that the body is in her sacred temple. The body is in her heavenly throne. She observes everyone on earth. I want you to know the sacred temple of the body. It is in the head. There is a branch. There is your head and then there is your neck. These are two separate entities. The neck is separating two different entities of you. That is your head and the rest of your body. So now your head is in heaven. It is rooted in the clouds. I'm always saying that the central nervous system is growing from the clouds down the same way the tree grows from the soil up. So the body is in her sacred temple, the body is in her heavenly throne. Asset, authenticity. This is why we talk about authenticity. Authenticity is your truth, your authentic truth. And it is the truth of all your ancestors that have ever existed. Authenticity is telepathic communication with infinity. It is heaven. So with some people, where is my heaven? Where is my heaven? It is inside your authenticity. Every time you're being authentic, you're being heavenly. So the body is in her sacred temple. The body is on her heavenly throne. She observes everyone on earth. Her eyes examines them. From your head, everything is observed down here. From Nut, everything is observed in Ged. From your head, everything is observed in the rest of your body. Those are the 10 parts, the 10 other parts of your body. Those are earth. Heaven is your head. Earth is all that other 10 parts of your body. That is the reality. Now the body examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, she hates with a passion. And why am I talking? Why did I name the body she? When you look at the skeleton is the depiction of a feminine entity. If you are not in class when I was explaining this, you might be in class the next time when I'm explaining, but the skeleton, you look at it, it is a depiction of a feminine entity. And the skeleton is what God is all about. So God is but a feminine entity. Masculine comes from the feminine. And that's why it is women that give birth to men. There is no woman that comes out of a man. But men come out of women. So who is God? The pronoun she. That's where the pronoun she comes from. On the wicked, she will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. A scorching wind will be their lot. For the body is righteous. She loves justice. The upright will see her face. All women love justice. But this thing is talking about the women. All women have this in them. All women
Please.
don't love violence.
I don't want
too
that.
much. When I'm talking about this and describing God and everything, you see, it's saying on the wicked. Okay, the body examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, she hates with a passion. On the wicked, she will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. A scorching wind will be their lot. For the body is righteous. She loves justice. The upright will see her face. What does it mean by the upright will see her face? Since you were born when you are young, you're growing to be God. Some people make it, some people don't. Since you were born a child, you start moving towards millennium. You start moving towards eternal life. You start moving towards your best avatar. Only the righteous get there. And who are the righteous? Spiritually hygienic. People who do no evil and accept no evil. Remember, there are people who do evil and they accept no evil. And then there are people who do no evil but they accept it. But the secret is to do no evil and accept no evil. Those are the righteous that eventually get to a point where they see the face of their best avatar. Some people they miss it. Some people they miss it. The way you would throw, to hit whatever that thing is in the middle. Some people they don't. They miss it. But there are people, the righteous, they grow to see what the face of their God looks like.
But then you won't have to do it.
Psalm 12. Help, body, for no one is faithful anymore. Those who are loyal are vanished from the human race. Everyone lies to their neighbor. They flatter with their lips. but have a deception in their hearts. May the body silence all lying lips and every destructive tongue. Those who say, by our tongues we will prevail, our own lips will defend us. Who is creator over us? Because the poor have plundered and the needy groan. I will now arise, says the Creator. I will protect them from those who malign them. And the words of the body are flawless, like silver purified in crucible, like gold refined 7 times. Gold has to be refined 7 times. What does that mean? As somebody who knows about the 7 pillars, if you want to be gold, you have to go through the 7 days and score 100 in each. Now you, Creator, will keep the needy safe and will protect us forever from the wicked, who freely shoot about when what is vile is honored by the human race. So the body, you must know that the body is always aware. And guys, we have...
No.
Okay.
Know that the body is always aware. And guys, we have records. So when this particular verse is saying things like, those who say, by our tongues we will prevail and by our own lips will defend us, who is creator over us? Because the poor are plundered and the needy groan, I will arise. So just know that we live in a dual world. We live in 24 hours a day, 24 hours a night. 24 hours of you knowing what's going on and 12 hours of you knowing what's going on and 12 hours of you not knowing what's going on. That's the reality we live in.
That's gonna rain.
12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. 12 hours of you being aware, 12 hours of you being not in awareness. And that is the perfect balance. The universe is very just because of that. Because the wicked are allowed up to a certain point. Up to 12 hours. You're allowed to be wicked up to 12 hours. And then the unknown happens in the next 12 hours. So the justice is something that is always paramount on this particular planet, even if it doesn't seem like it. So the body knows that there are people who are not faithful anymore. But it is not your job. It is not your job to keep track of the people who are faithful and those who are not. Be faithful by yourself and enjoy the fruit of your labor behind closed doors and continue with your life. Now, Psalm 13. How long, body, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? This happens when you're somebody who is aware and awake and you live by your central nervous system. You reach points of when your faith gets tested. And these moments, they happen. By the way, if you think you go through them alone now, I'm here to tell you that you don't go through them alone. All of us will reach a point where we ask, how long, body, how long will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts? And day after day, have sorrow in my heart. How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, body, my creator. Give light to my eyes, and I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome her. And my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the body's praise, for she has been good to me. There are times that you will be tested. You'll be frustrated. You cannot pretend. That is the journey of spirituality. You'll reach a point where you're asking prayer, answer. Where's the answer? Where's the answer? No more. But what are those moments, things that you should be dwelling on? No. The most important thing in those moments, whenever those moments hit, I want you to always tap into the fact that you need to stay loyal to yourself no matter what. Loyalty rituals. This is where loyalty rituals come in. You know the loyalty rituals. You feed the loyalties around your life. Be it the dogs, the stray dogs, Be it the loyalties in your life, the people who support your essence, feed them in whichever way, pouring of libation, loyalties. When you start to question, when you start to get frustrated with your own body, with your own God, then just know that those are moments that are usually calling for loyalties. The fools say in their heart, there is no creator. Those moments will come when nobody around you believes that even what you worship exists. Those moments, they are there. The people will say, oh, but you say that you worship your body. Oh, why is it whatever. So the fools say in their heart there is no creator. They are corrupt. Their deeds are vile. There's no one who does not evil and accepts not evil among them. The body looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who comprehend, any who seek their creator. If there's any who comprehend, if there's any who seek their creator. All have turned away, all have become corrupt. There is no one who does evil and accepts no evil and accept no evil, not even one. Do all these evildoers and evil acceptors know nothing? They devour my people as though eating bread. They never call on their body. But there they are, overwhelmed with dread. For Creator is present in the company of the righteous. You evildoers and evil acceptors frustrate the plan of the poor, but their body is their refuge. So even when your plans are frustrated, whatever, always turn to your body as refuge, not anyone outside of you. Or that salvation for the chosen would come out of Zion. Zion is like the future. Your salvation comes out of the future. It's okay, Mama Nico, you're welcome, baby. Welcome. Oh, that salvation for the chosen would come out of the future. Salvation for the chosen will come out of their future. That is what that verse is saying. And guys, by the way, as I'm reading these verses, I hope you have the normal Bible. Look, so that you see what I've translated and how I've translated it. The salvation of the chosen comes out of their future. When their body restores them, when the body restores our people, let Jacob is like offsprings, rejoice. And let Israel be glad. Israel is like the chosen one. So let offsprings rejoice and let the chosen ones be glad. Because the future, Zion is the future. So Zion is where your best avatar is at. And that is where the salvation of the chosen ones is at. Mumbi, who may dwell in your sacred tent? Who may live on your sacred mountains? The one whose walk is blameless. Those are the only people who are allowed to live in the Mumbi's mountains and the sacred tents of Mumbi. The one whose walk is blameless. Who does not evil and accepts not evil. Who speaks the truth from their heart. Whose tongue utters no slander. Who does no wrong to a neighbor and casts no slur on others. Who despises a vile person but honors those who fear their body or those who respect their body. These are the qualities of those who dwell in the high sacred mountains of Mumbi. What are the sacred mountains of Mumbi? Mount Zion. Those who get to dwell in Mount Zion, the future. Those who despise a vile person but honors those who respect their own bodies. Who keep an oath even when it hurts and does not change their minds. Who lends money to the poor without interest. This one disqualifies all of Europe. Who does not accept a bribe against the innocent, and who does these things will never be shaken. Now, people who don't want to be shaken, if you want to be the chosen one who gets to live in the sacred mountains of Mumbi, then these are what your body must do. Now, Christianity will confuse you and tell you that, oh, only people who do no evil, but accept evil. That is what Christianity teaches. Christianity teaches African Christians to do no evil, but accept evil. And that's why they don't want Africa to be militarized. While they tell the European Christians, do evil and accept no evil. So they're creating a matching receptors for each other, because now they're creating European Christians to do evil and accept no evil. Don't allow evil to be done to you, have military, and then do evil to anyone you want. And then African Christians are being raised to do no evil, no military, and then accept all evil. If anybody tries to shoot you, accept it. If anybody tries to slap you, accept it. That is wrong. If you want to live under the sacred mountains of Mumbi, then you must do no evil and accept no evil. And your ability to accept no evil will require you to do evil. Your ability to accept no evil will require you to do evil. Your ability to accept no evil will require you to do evil. Meaning the ability of Africa to accept no evil will require Africa to be military. For Africa to be able to accept no evil, Africa must be military. Whether spiritually or physically. You are incapable of accepting no evil if you can't defend yourself. It is impossible for you to accept no evil if you can't do evil. So Christianity should teach Christians to make sure you accept no evil and also you do no evil. So you also equip yourself to accept no evil. Meaning we bring back voodoo and juju, because those are the only things that will enable you to accept no evil. But if you're somebody who you're just seated there, you're accepting all, you do no evil to anybody, and then when evil comes, you accept it because you're not even equipped with boundaries to bounce it, to block it. Then sacred mountains of Mumbi, not for you. Keep me safe. Yeah. Keep me safe. Keep me safe. Those who run after other organs, those who run after other organs will suffer more and more. I will not pour out libations of blood to such organs, nor take up their names on my lips. Body, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. So listen to what this verse is saying. Keep me safe, my creator, for in you I take refuge. I say to my body, you are my creator. Apart from you, I have no good thing. These are things you must tell to your body. I say of the holy people who are in the land, they are the noble ones, in whom all my delight is. Now the holy people, the organs within you, out of the 12 parts of the body, guys, not everybody is born with 12 parts of the body that are fully functional or that are even visible in the physical dimension. So now, all parts of your body that are sacred. Now this part is saying, I say to the holy people who are in the land. Who are the holy people who are in the land? Out of the 12 parts of your body, the parts that are alive, Remember, you're born with the 12 parts of the body. Some people have 3 alive, other 9 are dead. Some people have 9 alive, 3 are dead. Some people have 11 alive, 1 is dead. Different. You have to know which parts of your body are alive. And so that is what is being referred to here. I say to the holy people in the land, to the organs that you're born with, the 12 organs that are alive within you. They are the noble ones in whom all my delight. The houses within you that are fully functional, that are still alive, that is where all your delight should be in. Those who run after other organs, now the 12 parts of the body, those are organs. Those who run after other organs will suffer more and more. I will not pour out libation of blood to such organs, nor take up their names on my lips. Body, you alone are my portion. My cup, you make my lot secure. So there are people who run after other organs. For example, somebody doesn't like their libra, their nyash, they go for others. Somebody don't like their nyash, which is libra. Somebody doesn't like their skin color, which is a Sagittarius, they bleach. Somebody doesn't like, you know, which other things do people adjust? Their nose or something. They change it. So there are people who go for other parts of the 12 parts of the body. That is not what they were born with. That is not theirs. And so that is what this particular part is talking about. Those who run after other organs will suffer more and more. And it's true, guys. And even though, guys, I want to say this. I want to say this. Running after other organs or having, adjusting yourself in other ways, it applies differently to women. When you're a woman, you're adjusting yourself. As a woman, you're allowed to make yourself in whichever way you want. And I feel like most adjustments are usually done by women. But then, we cannot ignore the suffering. These things, they come with suffering. They come with suffering. And as long as you're capable of withstanding that pain, then it is the metaphoric pain of your childbirth. But we must always, speak the truth and tell people the truth, that as long as you adjust yourself, you are adjusting your relationship to your gravitational pull. And the moment you adjust your relationship to your gravitational pull, it is going to demand pain out of you. It is going to demand suffering out of you. And as long as you have this money, that suffering, that amount to pay, go buy whatever you want to buy. Women, every time you're giving birth, there's that metaphoric pain. And that metaphoric pain is different for everyone, according to everyone's relationship with nature or with themselves or whatever. So always just know that metaphoric pain that you pay when you're manifesting something that is different from you is the suffering that is being referred to here. Those who run after other organs will suffer more and more. I will not, and if you are somebody who you're working on your central nervous system, then the body that you have, that is the body that you're worshiping. So I will pour out libation, I will not pour out libation of blood to such organs, nor take up their names on my lips. Body, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. If you're somebody who you have adjusted yourself, those are conversations that you also have with yourself. Remember, your body is your parent. Explain to your parent why you got a tattoo. Explain to your parent why, you decided to do whatever you decided to do. And some parents, they take it like, okay, let's work through this, let's move on, I'll support you regardless. And some parents, they're like, you're disowned. So that is you, between you and your parent. But just know that there's always that pain that comes, that suffering that comes with birthing new organs into your dimension. Now the boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. I will praise my body who counsels me. Even at night, my heart instructs me. I keep my eyes always on my body. With her at my left hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body will rest secure, because you will not abandon me to the realm of the dead, nor will you let your faithful ones see decay. You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at my left hand. Eternal pleasure at your left hand is what? Your intuition. That is where the pleasures of the bodies are usually placed, especially for a woman. At your intuition, there you find the pleasures that your body puts. Let's continue. Hear me, Creator, my plea is just. Listen to my cry, hear my manifestation. It does not rise from deceitful lips. Let my vindication come from you. May your eyes see what is right. Though you probe my heart, though you examine me at night and test me. Remember, your body examines you. You usually examines you at night and tests you at night. At what is at night when you're alone? You being with yourself. You will find that I have planned no evil. My mouth has not transgressed. Though people try to bribe me, I have kept myself from the ways of the violent. Through what your lips have commanded, my steps have held to your paths. My feet have not stumbled. I call on you, my Creator, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my manifestation. Show me the wonders of your great love. You who save by your right hand, those who take refuge in you for their foes. Listen, I call on you, my Creator, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my manifestation. Show me the wonders of your great love, you who save by your right hand, those who take refuge in you from their foes. So, you who save by your right hand. The right hand of your Creator is your left hand. This is something that I will explain with physics or whatever. But the right hand of your Creator, like the memory of your Creator, is your intuition. So when your Creator or your body is saving you, it is saving you from memorizing. And its memory is your own intuition. So this can also read, you who save me by my right hand, by my left hand. So the right hand of your Creator is your left hand. You who save me by my left hand or by your right hand. Those who take refuge in you from their foes. So it is through your intuition that you get saved. That is what all this is explaining. Your infinite body being able to remember is what saves you. And your infinite body memorizing, puts that particular memory on your left hand and you're able to access it through your intuition. And you accessing that particular memory is capable of saving you from your foes, making decisions for you. You know, those who know. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadows of your wings. Now this is you talking to your body. From the wicked who are out to destroy me, from the mortals, from my mortal enemies who surround me. They close up their callous hearts, and their mouths speak with arrogance. They have tracked me down. They now surround me with eyes alert to throw me in the ground. They are like a lion hungry for prey, like a fierce lion crouching in cover. Rise up, my body, confront them. Bring them down. With your sword, rescue me from the wicked. By your hand, save me from such people, Creator. From those of this world whose reward is in this life. May what you have stored up for the wicked be fill their bellies. May their children gorge themselves on it, and may there be leftovers for their little ones. As for me, I will be vindicated and will see your face when I wake. I will be satisfied with seeing your likeness that you made me in. Guys, up to that particular point, are we getting the power that your body has? And not just getting the power that your body has, also just knowing the points to go to whenever you need to manifest certain things. For example, this particular Psalm 17, telling you how your body can protect you against your foes, against whatever place you find yourself in. Just talking to your body and telling your body to show up, and actually instructing the body on what to do. The beauty about this book is it can also teach you to come up with your own rituals to address issues in your own life. As a good student, you don't always have to just go with these particular words. Also just learn from the way these words have been put, and then create your own out of it. Because at the end of the day, life continues, and you having a personal relationship with this will really help you get out of a lot of trouble. Let's continue. I love you, my body, my strength. My body is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My body is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I called the body who is worthy of praise. I called my body who is worthy of praise, and I have been saved from my enemies. The cords of death entangled me, the torrents of destruction overwhelmed me. The cord of the grave coiled around me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called my body, your body. In your distress, you call your body. Cry to your Creator for help. For her, from her temple, she will hear you. She'll hear your voice, your cry would come before her, into her ears. So never be scared, never feel helpless. When you reach a point where you're too helpless, I always told you, cry to my heart, cry to my heart. Justice and truth will come. Now the earth trembled and quaked, and the foundations of the mountain shook. They trembled because she was angry. When the body is angry, the earth quakes. We have tornadoes. When the body is angry, the mountains, they shake. Smoke rose from her nostrils. Consuming fire came from her mouth. This is the rage of the body, by the way. This is the rage of the body. Casey, there are people who have the book in the comment section. If you have the book, liaise with Casey and send it to her. But yeah, there are people who have this particular book. Smoke rose from her nostril, consuming fire from her mouth. Burning coal blazed out of it. She parted the heavens and came down. Dark clouds were under her feet. She mounted the cherubim and flew. She soared on the wings of the wind. She made darkness her covering, her canopy around her. The dark rain clouds of the sky. Out of the brightness of her presence, clouds advanced with hailstones and bolts of lightning. The Creator thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. She shot her arrows and scattered the enemy. With great balls of lightning she routed them. The valleys of the sea were exposed, and the foundations of the earth laid bare at your rebuke, Creator. At the blast of the breath from your nostril. She reached down from on high and took hold of me. She drew me out of the deep waters. She rescued me from my powerful enemy, from my foes who were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my disaster, but my body was my support. My body brought me out into the spacious place. My body rescued me because my body delighted in me. Now listen, your body has to delight in you. By the way, guys, one thing I'll teach you is this. Your body will not care about you when you have a terrible relationship with her. Your body will not rescue you when you don't listen to her. For your body to go out of the way, to bring thunder, to bring hailstones, to cause this much rage, you have to be her favorite. How do you become your body's favorite? By becoming a sheep to her master, to her shepherdness, by becoming a slave to her masterness. If you don't have that kind of relationship with your body will never lift a finger for you. It's as simple as that. So other people will have more favor than you do. And you start feeling terrible, but then it goes back to your relationship with your body at the end of the day. Please, 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 please. If you want favors from your body, if you want your body to defend you, like nobody's business, then you have to pay the tax. And what is the tax? You have to have a beautiful relationship with your body. The body has dealt with me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands. She has rewarded me. You listen to that. Your body will deal with you according to your righteousness, according to how much you do no evil and accept no evil. And according to the cleanliness of your hands are your thoughts. How clean are your thoughts? You'll be rewarded. Now, for I have kept the ways of my body. I am not guilty of turning from my body. All her laws are before me. I have not turned away from her decrees. I have been blameless before her and have kept myself from sin. My body has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my thoughts in her sight. For the faithful, to the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To the blameless, you show yourself blameless. To the pure, you show yourself pure. But to the devious, you show yourself shrewd. Remember, it is your body that is capable of being God, and it is your body that is capable of being devil. When you're faithful to your body becomes faithful to you. When you're blameless, your body becomes blameless to you. When you're pure, your body becomes pure to you. But then when you're devious, when you're disrespectful, when you're an individual who you keep putting your body in places where you know you're hated, you know people hate you, you keep going there, people pleasing. Keep subjecting your body to danger, it will do the same back. Remember, you have 12 hours to act in awareness. And you have 12 hours for the body to act in its own awareness. 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. So according to how you treat the 12 hours a day, the body is going to treat you the 12 hours a night. You subject the body to danger 12 hours a day. Your body is going to subject you to danger in your dreams. And remember, it is dreams that become reality. So what you do during the daylight is judged at night time, and it now projects your dreams. It dictates what you become. So some people, they think that you can jump and say that, oh, I'm just going to be working on my dreams. I just want to work on my dreams. No. How you treat your body automatically dictates the type of dreams that you will have. And it is the type of dreams that you will have that automatically dictates how you're going to treat your body again, which is a second chance. Every day you wake up is a newborn. Each and every day we die and we get born again. So each and every 12 hours, 24 hours you get, every fresh 24 hours you get is a born again day. For your body trying to tell you, now follow the right path. That's why people, you'll dream that a lion was chasing you. That's your body trying to tell you, please tomorrow, be confident. My friend, you are not confident now. That day now this is what it has brought in your dream. A lion now is chasing you in your dream. Meaning in your reality, you refused to be confident, and now inside your future, there's a lion that is chasing you because you refuse to be confident. So you're in your dream, your ancestors will tell you, please, tomorrow, try and be confident by sending you a lion to chase you in your dream. So that by the time you're waking up the next day, tomorrow now, your ancestors are banking on you. Is she going to choose to be confident? Is she going to choose to be confident? If you choose to be confident that day, your dreams change. Now you are in the dream now with the lions now are licking you and loving you and adoring you. But then you refuse. Your ancestors tell you, please try and be confident. You refuse again. Now you go back to dream. Now it was only one lion chasing you. Now it's 7 chasing you. So that is how your body is always just communicating how you treat her. She reciprocates in the dream. How you treat her, she reciprocates in the dream. So it's not only you that is making decisions. Your body is making decisions according to how you're making decisions too. Now, you save the humble, but bring low those that we have now 27. You save the humble, but bring low those whose eyes are haughty. You, Creator, keep my lamp burning. My body turns my darkness into night. My body turns my darkness into light. With you, with your help, I can advance against a troop. With my Creator, I can scale a wall. As for my body, her way is perfect. My body's word is flawless. She shields all who take refuge in her. So your body will always shield. Guys, some people think that when you start following your body, it might lead you astray. Never. Your body will never allow you to even die when it's not your time. That's how much confidence you should be having in this particular thing that you walk around with. The moment you are listening to your body will shield you and she will be your refuge. For who is Creator besides the body? And who is the rock except our Creator? It is the Creator who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. And by the way, when we say, for who is Creator besides the body? Your body is your Creator. Where are the 12 parts of the body coming from? Your body is a combination of all the 12 parts to form the 13th, which is you. So when we say your body is your Creator, that is what we mean, my dears. Your body is your Creator. It is the one that makes sure that the 12 parts of your body thrive within you. It is the Creator who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. She makes my feet like the feet of a deer. She causes me to stand on the heights. She trains my thoughts for battle. My thoughts can bend a bow of bronze. You make your saving help my shield. And your left hand, the intuitive thoughts sustain me. Your help has made me great. You provide a broad path for my feet so that my ankles do not give way. It is your body that is in charge of all the 12 paths. That is all this thing is saying. I pursue my enemies and overtook them. I did not turn back till they were destroyed. I crushed them so that they could not rise. They fell beneath my feet. You armed me with strength for battle. You humbled my adversaries before me. You made my enemies turn their backs in flight and destroyed my foes. They cried for help, but there was no one to save them. To the body, But she did not answer. Because the moment we are all trying to seduce the body to support us the most. But then guys, life is all a battle of seduction. All of us are constantly just trying to seduce our body to be on our side more. That's all we are all trying to do here. Now, if I'm capable of seducing the body to be on my side more, and how do you seduce the body to be on your side more? By listening to her more. It's just by favoring her more, listening to her more, you know, calling her the master more, worshiping her more. Now, if I'm doing that more, and you are not doing that more, when we are fighting, you can never defeat me. Because the body will naturally be on my side, and the body is the most powerful of them all. So always just be aware of that. Some people, you love it when you are favored, so much that you go to the extent of people pleasing. Some people, you love it when you are the one who is the favorite. Now the body is telling you the only way to make me your favorite, listen to me, worship me, bow to no any other God before me, worship no other God before me. Each and every 7 days. Remember each day. And worship the entity that's supposed to be worshipped on that day. That's how you keep favor with God, with the Creator. There's no other. You cannot bribe the door on your way to seeking favor with the Creator. You have to turn within and do it to yourself. The more you prioritize yourself, the more you worship yourself, the more you listen to yourself, the more you're gaining the Creator's favor. They cried for help, but there was no one to save them. The body, your enemies will even cry to their own body. Their body will never hear them. Remember that the moment you don't worship your own self, don't even waste your time crying when there is a battle. Your body will not listen to you. Oh, your body will not listen to you. Itakuangalia kama kwenda huko. You are talking about the physical bodies. All the three bodies. The body, the day. The body, the year. The body, the body. The body, the day. The body, the great year. And the body, the body. All of that I'm talking about. I beat them as fine as wind-blown dust. I trampled them like mud in the streets. You have delivered me from the attacks of the people. You have made me the head of my 12 houses. People I did not know now serve me. Foreigners cower before me. As soon as they hear of me, they obey. They obey me. They all lose heart. They come trembling from their strongholds. The body lives. Praise be to my rock. Exalted be my Creator, my Savior. She is the Creator who avenges me and subdues nations under me. So guys, listen. Foreigners will cower. People who listen to their inner authority, people who worship their own body are natural celebrities. They're ordained to become natural celebrities wherever they are. Now we live in a world where you might see celebrities as people who don't worship their body, and that is because of a sun that was introduced. Now what Europeans did was, and not just European, the Western world, because they also have black people there. They created their own sun with their own 12 parts of the body. So producing their own celebrities. But that is not the son of everybody. That is not the son that China would respect. That's not the son that would be respected in Australia. That's not the son that should be respected in Africa. People who should be respected should be people who obey their inner authority according to the laws of the Creator. It is possible for people to create their own dome and build their own standards according to their own 12 houses. and or reward their own people according to them. But then there's the collective, the universal one, that now everybody must respect, and that is the journey that we are currently walking towards. Guys, know that we've lived in such a mediocre world that we no longer, the stars are dim. The stars of our timelines are so dim, it's not even visible. Some of them are not even visible at all. So know that as we continue to go, is when these things are going to be open so that people can see the real stars, the real celebrities of our timeline. But for now, a lot of the real celebrities of our timeline, you wouldn't even recognize them right now as we are speaking. Because there have been over 2,000 years of trying to erase such kind of people. So right now we live in a timeline where there are no really stars to look up to that much. So just, you might be the star that is going to be looked up to in future. So this is not the time for you to look down on yourself. In fact, this is the time where all human beings should have the most confidence. Because we live in a world where almost everyone is mediocre. So imagine when we live in a world where almost everyone is mediocre, it's almost like we are starting a new spam race. The people of our timeline, you find there's rarely people to even be featured in spiritual books right now. So just know that you have a chance. You have a chance. We are starting over. My dear, you have a chance. So kindly stand up. She is the creator who avenges me, who subdues nations under me, who saves me from my enemies. You exalted me above my foes. From a violent man, you rescued me. Therefore, I will praise you, my body, among my 12 houses. I will sing the praises of your name. She gives her ruler great victories. She shows, this is the body gives her rulers great victories. And she shows unfailing love to her anointed. To David, which is the beloved, the one who grew up during the time when the central nervous system was on point. And to their offsprings forever. So we are at 19. The heavens declare the glory of Creator. The skies proclaim the work of her thoughts. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they reveal knowledge. So that when you live authentically, whenever you are alone, you will always be worshiping yourself. Nobody will ever sit on your throne when you are alone. If you're somebody who you live authentically. There are people who the moment they are alone, it is somebody else in their brain. The moment they are alone, Sweetie Nyarkano is in their brain. Their boyfriend is in their brain. The moment they are alone, somebody else is dominating their brain. But when you are somebody who you live authentically and you respect your own inner authority, then whenever you are alone, you will always find yourself declaring the glory of your own body. Your own thoughts will be proclaimed by yourself. You will love the thoughts that are accessing you during those times. Day after day, these thoughts will pour forth speech. Night after night, they will reveal knowledge to you. You know, people know. You know when you start living authentically, your thoughts, you love your thoughts always, because only beautiful thoughts are accessing you, or challenging thoughts whose challenges you are up for. They have no speech, they have no words, no sound is heard from them. Yet their voices go out into all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens, Creator has pitched a tent for the sun. So guys, whenever you are alone, this is what is being talked about here. Whenever you are alone, there's no speech. There's no word, there's no sound that is heard. But yet that particular voice that is speaking when you're alone without sound, it goes into the entire world. And this is the reason why I'm always saying, people who are spiritual spiritually gifted tend to speak to themselves a lot, but stop speaking with sound. Because when you don't remove sound when you're speaking to yourself, now that voice is sound. That sound now it's hurting the entire world, as we've been so without. No speech, no words, no sound, yet the voice goes out into the all earth. Earth is reality. Their words to the ends of the world, in the heavens, Creator has pitched a tent for the sun. I don't know whether somebody's, I might be saying this as I pass through it like this, and some people might pass through it with me, but guys, go practice. Anytime you're speaking and there's no word coming out of your mouth, that sound is there still, but now it is telepathically throughout the world. That's how you cast thoughts into the collective consciousness. Some people don't know how to cast thoughts into the collective consciousness. You can contribute into creating the entire world. In order for you to speak to somebody like, let's say, Ibrahim Traore, you don't have to go to Ibrahim Traore and speak. No speech, no use of words, no sound heard from within, yet the voice goes out into all the earth. The words of the body to the ends of the world. I hope somebody gets it, because it's real. It is like a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the earth and makes it circuit to the other. Nothing is deprived of its warmth. The law of the body is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the body are trustworthy, making wise the simple. Now, I want to dwell on this a lot, because a lot of Africans, when you look at the Christian crucifix, you see that they've crucified Jesus and then there's a nail on both of its hands to prevent your ability to think for yourself. Why? Because every time you think for yourself, you are contributing to the collective consciousness. Now you're being put in charge to be like a dead person, so that you're not contributing to the collective consciousness. Dead people rarely contribute to the collective consciousness. When dead people think, their thoughts don't access the collective consciousness in the way when alive people think. Remember all the 12, the earth, guys, the earth has 24 different time zones. 24 different time zones means the earth has 24 different dimensions. 24 different dimensions is infinite dimensions. Everything that should exist or have ever existed is here in the now and alive. So every time everything is thinking, everything, be it a snake, a snail, a lion, a human being, a fish, every time everything is thinking, it is contributing to the collective consciousness. Now the strongest brains get to rule. The strongest brains get to dictate the direction this ship, this spaceship called Earth goes. So the church makes sure they have graveyards of people who do not contribute to the collective consciousness. And that is how the colonizer is capable of ruling, because a colonizer can only rule zombies. But when we reach a point where everything on the planet is capable of contributing a thought into the collective consciousness, then it will require people with more vigor and more prowess and more power to be the ones in charge of collective consciousness. But for now, we are at a point where just anyone can be in charge of collective consciousness, because most of the collective consciousness are in burial in graveyards called churches. Are we together, my people? Reminisce on that, I'm coming. Reminisce on that, I'm coming. 1 minute. together, my people. So just like I've said, always contribute to the collective consciousness, especially when you're aware. And when you're contributing to the collective consciousness, just be selfish. Vouch for yourself. Vouch for this particular spaceship we are on to be driven to the direction that benefits you and the collective consciousness, for the good of all and with harm to none. Now, it rises at one end. Okay, that one I already read. The law of the body is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the body are trustworthy, making wise the simple. Now, the precepts of the body are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the body are radiant, giving light to the eyes. As long as you have a good relationship with yourself, I don't care how poor you are. As long as you have a beautiful relationship with yourself, know that your body will never lie to you. Your body will only lie to you when you're corrupt, when you don't listen to her, when you put her in situations that harm her, and so on and so forth. The respect of the body is pure, enduring forever. The decrees of the body are firm, and all of them are spiritually hygienic. Always know that. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the honeycomb. By them your servant is warned. In keeping them, there is a great reward. By them your servant is warned. In keeping them, there is a great reward. But who can discern their own errors? Forgive my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, my body, my rock and my redeemer. So this is why I always say your body will never do anything to sabotage you, as long as you have a beautiful relationship with her. Now, our last verse for today's session. May your body answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the creator of offsprings protect you. May she send you help from the sanctuary and grant you support from your future self. May she remember all your sacrifices and accept your burnt offerings, your rituals, blah, blah, blah. May she give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed, your manifestations. May she shout for joy over your victory and lift up your banners in the name of our Creator. And lift up our banners in the name of our Creator. May your body grant all your requests. Now this I know. The body gives victory to her anointed. She answers her from her heavenly sanctuary with the victorious power of her intuition. So your body will always answer you through your authenticity, through the power of your intuition. Observe the relationship your authenticity has with your intuition. Being authentically intuitive, using your intuition authentically, that is how mostly your body communicates to you. So, may we shout for joy over your victory and lift our banners in the name of our Creator. May your body grant all your requests. Now this I know. The body gives victory to her anointed. She answers her from her heavenly sanctuary, from within, with the victorious power over your intuition. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of our body, our Creator. They are brought to their knees and fall, but we rise up and stand firm. Body, give victory to the rulers. Answer us when we call. May the body give victory to those who obey their inner authority and answer them when they call. So guys, up to this particular point, this is our second reading of the 10. And as you can see, as we are continuing, these are how this book is just teaching you how to live with your body in a way that is spiritually hygienic for you. So your body is like your parent, your authenticity. Now, some people, I want to define authenticity again today. Because your authenticity is your heaven. It is the ruler in heaven, which is your head. So, what is the opposite of authenticity? Instructions from outside. Whenever you're getting instructed from outside, like, hey, I want you to smile now, you smile. Like, for example, maybe when you're in school, the teacher tells you, stand at attention, attention. Sit down, sit down. So those instructions are coming from outside. Now, authenticity is when those instructions are coming from inside. Walk, jump. We like this, we don't like this. This is making us happy. This is making us, you know. So you just being authentic from the inside and making sure that your will is done on earth as it is in heaven. You making sure that your will is projected outside of you as it already is within your authenticity. Your heaven is your authenticity. That is the goal. Making sure that the way you are inside, authentically, the instructions you're getting from inside, you are implementing them outside in awareness. Because also remember, sometimes you can get instructions from inside, but they are intrusive thoughts, and intrusive thoughts only come from people who still have a guesswork relationship with themselves. So when you have guesswork relationship with yourself, that's when you don't know very well which, you know, direction you're walking towards. But when you have a relationship with yourself that is respectful and based on long-term merit, long-term proof, long-term consistency, then you can, there is no intrusive thought. There will never be intrusive thoughts with you. But intrusive thoughts, they come to people who still don't have a strong relationship with themselves. Guesswork relationship with yourself. It means that, you know, when you're just being honest with yourself. Guys, let me just tell you, what is it like having a true honest relationship with yourself? Since you are young, you are true. You tell yourself the truth. The conversations you have with yourself, you follow through. When somebody comes into your environment and your body feels like, hey, this person we don't like, you follow through with your body until you find out why you did not like. Having that relationship with yourself, that is guaranteed. From experience, you know that your body knows how to capture things from your environment, and you know how to react to that. That you only develop from a long-term authentic relationship. But if you are somebody who you've always put yourself aside, whenever your body is telling you, do this, you put it aside, you tell it, I can't listen to myself, I should not listen to myself. And Christians are like this. Because Christians are told, do not give in to the desires of your body or something of that sort. Do not give in to your body, you don't give in to your body. Anybody that tells you do not give in to your body, do not give in to your body, is creating a divide and rule between you and your body. So you being able to hold yourself accountable, and the body holds you accountable, and the more you go, the more accountability becomes even more strict. So always just know that, and don't have a guesswork relationship with yourself. Don't lie to yourself about yourself. When you lie to yourself about yourself lies to you about other people. When you tell yourself the truth about yourself tells you the truth about everything else around you. Yes, up to that point, are my people with me? Up to that point, my guys. Yes, continue reading Zabur. Continue reading this book. Each and every time you read it, it's new revelation. It has subliminals as well. So yeah, continue reading this book, and we are going to have 15 Sundays. So I think we have 13 more Sundays to go before we can finish this book and move on to other things. So 13 more Sundays to go. Otherwise, other Wednesdays I teach normally. I dream of being attacked, but I always fly, and that becomes me. Then it means that you've transcended obstacles. So maybe you need to believe. You need to believe more in your ability to transcend obstacles. Guys, I know that today I'm leaving a little bit earlier than usual, but kindly allow me. Allow me to leave earlier than usual. And take care of yourselves, guys. We are living through the end times. And everybody is just sitting like, I'm chilling. Not everybody, though. There are people who are making noise about it, but most people are just sitting like, I'm chilling. But just know wherever you are that we are living through end times. And deal with your body like that, as if that is the reality. Teeth represents digestion, cutting into small pieces. Is sense of uneasiness normal? If you have control of it, yes. If you have control of it, yes. Can you change the thought when they come? When they came, if they are not, can you change? Yes. What you dwell on, swell on. What you don't dwell on shrinks and disappears. Thank you very much. I enjoy your teachings. You're an Aquarius, and all Aquarius in my life have appointed to. I'm glad I'm doing my job, man. I'm glad. If the left hand is intuition, the right hand is memory. So now your left hand is the ability to memorize the infinite. Your right hand is the ability to memorize the temporary. More. Are you getting me? Your left hand is your ability to memorize the infinite, while your right hand is your ability to memorize the temporary. Temporary are what started when you were born. Infinite is what has been happening before you were born, and what will continue happening even after you are born. That's what infinite is. Even after you die. Yesterday I made a declaration that ancestors who limit me must vacate. Been uneasy since. Oh, that's a big call you made. That's a big call you made, and please sit in that uneasiness. There's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Find a way to master that uneasiness. Do whatever it takes to master that uneasiness. And when I say whatever it takes, infinitely whatever it takes. Even if it requires you to go into the forest and shout, or it requires you to crawl through the stairs, do the infinite to master that uneasiness. And don't let it overpower you. Yes, I understand. Thank you, teacher. You're welcome, guys. So yeah, guys. What does breaking of the right hand mean? Corruption or disease in remembering, ability to recall, just ability to memorize, especially the infinite, the things that you see by your eye, through your eyes. It's breaking the right hand is disease or discomfort or demonicness in the way you memorize. You know, there are people who they don't record history the way it's supposed to be recorded. They don't record, even if they were to listen to my live right now, the way I've taught from the beginning to the end. When they go explaining it to somebody else, they'll explain their own things. Nothing that happened. So when somebody's like that, they have an issue with memorizing reality, then their right hand will have issues. I was shouting last night. Yeah, do whatever it takes. As long as you make sure that that uneasiness doesn't overpower you. And you just marry it, study it. You are going to know where it is coming from and how to move on with it. I appreciate you guys as well. I was worried my neighbors would think I'm losing it. You leave the neighbors alone. Leave others alone. We are not in the timeline where you stand to watch what they... Focus on yourself, my dear. Excuse me, can you connect me with someone who will help me with a book? Casey wants a book. Casey wants a copy of a book, please. Anybody who can send Zabur to Casey, anybody who has it, kindly please send her, please, I beg. I struggle with memory and focus. What should I do? Struggle with memory. Memory, think for yourself. If you want to sharpen your memory, you have to think for yourself. And if you want to focus, you have to be authentic. Focus is in your authenticity. Memorizing is in your ability to think for yourself. Gemini and Aries houses. I keep having dreams of things, of issues with my father. And that he was serving a false god. All men have been serving false gods. Just accept the message. Patriarchy serves the false god. I also have never received DM for the book. Is there anyone who okay, guys, the people who are, if you don't get anybody to send you the book, then just come to my DM and send me your email, please. If you don't get anybody to send you the book, DM my email. And Shayla is also saying, DM, I'll send you the book. So DM these people also. Has anybody DM'd Shayla? I struggle with keeping things to myself. How do I develop it? Solace. Be alone. How much are you alone? Daily you should at least spend 6 hours alone out of the 12 hours. Being alone will save you from a lot of nonsense and a lot of leaking energy. Because remember, your intuition, the moon is safe in Cancer. So intuition is safe when you're alone. If you don't want your intuition to be spilled over, all over, spilled over, be alone. Your intuition is safe when you're alone. Thank you very much. I have it and I can send it. Sonu also has the book. DM them. DM Sonu, DM Sheila. I hope the people who are asking for the book are seeing. If you can't, then just send me your email. I'll send you the book. Okay, send me the email. Anybody that can send me, I'll send you the book before our next class. Otherwise, I think this brings us to the end of this class, guys. I know that, these Bible sessions, might come off as a little bit, you know, like repetitive or monotonous, but let's sit through the monotony, okay? Let's sit through the monotony and finish the book and just marry the book so that we can move through it. It's not every day that we that, you know, new. We are going to be sitting through this monotony throughout. Somebody, how to lose weight. I think I made a video about this. When how to lose weight as a woman, you have to work with your periods. As a woman, naturally, there are times of the month where you feel your appetite goes up, and then there are times of the month that your appetite goes low. So if you want to lose weight, then make sure when your appetite goes up, you reduce. You restrain yourself from eating. That will naturally slow you down. If you want to gain weight, then you make sure that when your appetite is up, you overeat. That will naturally accelerate you. Pace of the total, exactly, pace of the total is Nola. Thank you very much. So unless you guys have a question, I think I'm going to call it a night. Unless somebody has a question. Unless somebody has a question. Very interesting classes are coming, but let's sit through the monotony. Zabur. There's no question, right? If there's no question, then guys, allow me to leave. And those who keep telling me they miss me, I know. A time is coming when I'll be present non-stop. But for now, just allow me to do this. Allow us to go this way, né? Right now, this is our path. This is how we follow it. A time is coming when you'll be sick of me. But for now, just stomach me be coming and going. Coming and it's very necessary. Just know it's very necessary. Otherwise, have a beautiful time, guys, and take care of yourselves. And manifest a peaceful world for everyone, whether they are in the North Pole or whether they are in the South Pole. Manifest a peaceful world for everyone. You'll never be truly happy when you hear bombs in your neighborhoods. You'll never be truly happy when children are shedding bloodshed everywhere. Remember, collective consciousness, we are all collective. And as a black woman, you mother everyone. So everyone is your child here as a black woman. So even if you pretend that, oh, Palestine, we don't feel, a European woman can pretend that they don't feel Palestine, they don't mother them, they don't have a maternal tie to them. But as a black woman, anybody who's being bombed anywhere, whether it is Nagasaki, whether it is Palestine, whether it's Ukraine, as a black woman, you will feel it because you are here first. And everybody, when they are crying to the mother that was here first, then it comes back to you. So as black women, let's manifest a world that is not of war. Me, I don't find joy when people are fighting. If anything, I would wish for no war to be there at all. So even if I'm enjoying, even if my country is developing, I still, at the back of my mind, I'm still not at peace fully because of what I see on the media, on news, on my FYP, on rumors, on the radios. It's just war, and I hope it ends so that people can move forward as humanity. It has been 2,000 years of this. Palestine is just curtain closing. The wars that are happening in places like Palestine, Ukraine, Taiwan, Pakistan, they're just curtain closing a war that has been going on for 2,000 years. And I hope it ends. I'm tired of it. It makes me feel like vomiting. all the time. I don't want to see it, and I hope that we collectively as black women manifest an end to this war, because it seems there's nobody to solve it. It seems there's nobody to fix it. And when there's nobody to fix something, then who do we call on to? The collective consciousness. So may the collective consciousness show up so that justice can be served and harmony can be restored. I'm tired of living in a world of wars, left, right, and center. And I hope that you guys are tired too. Yes, we should do more rituals together based on love for the whole world. I'll thank you for bringing that forward. Yeah, definitely we'll work on things according to my authenticity. I'll work on things that we can do. But for now, just know that reciting this goes a long way. And also just reading this, the 150 poetry in Zabur also goes a long way. So far we are doing a lot. These things, they go a long way. But we'll definitely need more as we go. And also as we get to know more about these wars. There's no specific time. I only have specific times for when we are doing it together. But when you decide to do it alone, you can always do it at any time. Alone, you can always do it at any time, baby. Okay? Yeah. So otherwise, guys, bye, and just continue, and let's manifest for each other. The future is amazing, but before we get to that amazingness, there's some cracks that are going to be happening before we get to that amazingness. So we hold on. Just Google what a rosary looks like, and the difference is only the cross. You replace the cross with the ant. There are so many images of rosary online. You can look at any and create your own from there. Others, guys, bye, and see you on Wednesday without fail. Thank you for coming. Yeah.